Hello everybody, my name is Aceface. We're going to be going on a nullsec adventure. This is not one of those like day tripping nullsec adventures I've been talking about. This is more like a long-term adventure because I'm in a part of my main character, or just all my characters really, you could say. Some of them are just in NPC corporations, which I haven't bothered joining yet. But I'm in a corporation called Brave Empire. And Brave Empire is a part of the Brave Collective. And the special thing about the Brave Empire is that it doesn't own any kind of structures. So it's allied to the Brave Collective and a few other corporations. I'm not 100% sure about the status of the diplomacy because I've been mainly in high sec. But the point is, this corporation is not able to be war declared because it's not got any structures owned. This means that this is more like a high sec kind of corporation because they are not able to be declared by war by all these kind of pirating corporations. So you're able to just freely roam high sec without having to worry about any war decks. But the benefit is that you have the ability to go to nullsec into the allied space and just experience nullsec like a regular person, but not having to worry about the war declarations in the high sec regions, as that for me is a big thing because I spend a lot of my time in high sec, but occasionally I do want to, or at least I do want to have the ability or the freedom to be able to go into nullsec when I feel like it. And I'm using one of my other characters right here, and we're going to be going to or travel to nullsec and just have a little bit of a life here. Or at least that's the plan here. I'm not exactly sure what I'll do, but I'll probably be doing various PvE activities in nullsec, but then I'll also be probably participating in some PvP stuff. We'll see what comes in our way. But the point is, at least here, I wanted to just travel to nullsec because I usually do this in an interceptor. It's not the most smartest of ideas, but you can travel to nullsec in an interceptor because it's very fast and not able to be taken out by these bubbles, held in place. But it can get smart bombed. But I like to do it because it's just a very fast way to travel, but it can get killed by smart bombs. So not everyone recommends to just straight up go through them, but I like to just do it. Just interceptors go straight away to nullsec region. So we've got a nullsec region currently in pure blind. You can see here show info. And then they've got Sovereignty, Brave Collective. This is like a big alliance, you could say, that we're sort of allied to. You can say the Brave Collective is different to the Brave Empire, which is I'm a part of. And the Brave Empire, you can say these are more like the high sec people, but they're still friends. So you can roam in their space and there's no problem. We're still you could say have the same people, just that no one's going to be attacking each other. Instead, you're with each other. You're cooperating and that kind of stuff. You can do just as much stuff as in the normal Brave Collective. I just think the difference is that you can see there's a downside is that being in the Brave Empire has a slightly higher percentage tax, I believe. But I think it's definitely worth it. At least for my playstyle, this is the perfect kind of corporation. So we're going to go here and use a Malediction to travel there. And I've actually packed here fit, or at least the modules for fits. And this is, if you have been watching my videos a lot, I recognize the modules right here. This is for my T2 solo hybrid Hawk fit because it's such an amazing Hawk fit. It's very cheap and there's a lot of ISK, so I think this is going to be good to have down there in case I just want to earn some quick ISK, and not have to worry too much if I die or anything like that. So I'm just going to be grinding a bit of stuff with that, just to have some basic ISK right there. And then I'll probably work my way up to getting some good DD hunting stuff, and then maybe even have some jackdaws, because I'm thinking also of doing jackdaws right here. I might find some people to run jackdaws with. My character has trained quite a bit of skills for the jackdaw and the hawk, so we're really good at using that kind of stuff. It's perfect because I've trained lots of missile skills and also lots of Kaldari based skills. So we'll go and see if we can get there in one piece into Pure Blind. But first, before we go to Pure Blind, I have to do a switch to my clone because I do not want to go there with an expensive clone. It's a bit unnecessary to just risk that kind of stuff. So enable compact mode, and let's move there. I'm not going to bring training implants down there because I just want it to be as stress-free as possible. I just hate it when you're there and you want to just go participate in operations or anything like that, but then you just have to switch clones all the time. It doesn't take a long time, but I'm just going to focus on... No. Oh, I docked up by accident, but I'm going to focus on not having to have a training clone there and only have maybe a really powerful clone if I were to have some kind of abyss fit or something like that. But I'm not planning on having any expensive clones down there. It just makes it's got home stations right here. This is currently my home station. Okay, good. Because there's a Jita station that is very close to the Jita trade hub that you can set your clone bay to. I'll just have the menu right here. The personal locations. I like having this menu right here. Have this, and then move this, and then maybe make this a bit smaller. Don't have to have too big. Okay, here, and that's the station over there. I wanted to see that I can see if I can jump clones. You are not docked. You must be docked. Okay, I do have some basic clones right here. We'll dock up here. Install clone. There we go. You must leave your ship. Because just in nullsec it's just a very high risk of losing your pod because of these bubbles. Because these warp disruption fields, they just make so that anything inside can't jump out. So even if you get killed and you think, oh, I can't warp out, you know, you can't warp out with your pod because the bubble has just caught your pods there. So I just prefer not to have them when I'm in nullsec, or at least I have had them before, but I feel like for this adventure, at least this sort of arc, you could say, I'm going to avoid using a pod because I think that will make the whole experience a lot more smoother. I remember before when I used to live in nullsec, it was a lot more stress-free when I didn't have these training implants. A lot better. So we'll move there. Now I've got this shake on. I want to turn off. Camera shake is what I want. Bobbing, I don't care. But shake is very annoying in my opinion. I used to not care about it, but then I realized I turned it off. When you warp, the shake is crazy. Someone actually commented in one of my videos, oh, why do you have camera shake? And I just tested turning it off. I was like, oh, this is so much better. 16 jumps is not too far away, to be honest. Pure blind. I think that the NPCs there are Garistas. We can check here, but if it is Garistas, that's great. Let's see what kind of NPCs do we have there. Pure blind. Can check here. See what kind of Garistas. Yeah, that's great. I love Garistas because they're really good NPCs. You do a lot of damage to them with kinetic damage, and that's great for something like the rattlesnake. The rattlesnake is really good. I am training a bunch of drone skills right here. I've got really crap drone skills, really good missile skills, but not good drone skills. So I am thinking of training the drone skills so that eventually when I get a rattlesnake or a Gila, it's going to be very powerful because the rattlesnake and the Gila, they have a bonus to the connecting missiles. The connecting missiles are just really good against Garistas. I just overall like Garistas. You also find the Pitham A-type, Pitham B-type, like the Pitham multi-spectral shield hardeners. They're worth so much as well. So there's this good potential of good D&D loot there too. But just overall, I like Garistas space if I can help it. Also Serpentis I really like a lot. And Garistas I like too. And a downside I could say is that the implant drops are not as valuable. High-grade crystals, I think that's what you can get from Garistas NPCs. They're not worth that much. Like compared to, they are worth a lot, but they're not worth as much as, for example, high-grade Asclepians and other types. Just curious, what is this going to be? Or how is it going to look like when we get there? Is it going to be like a complete, total war zone, or is it going to be pretty chill? Because it usually is pretty chill, but sometimes it can be a proper war zone. Let's see now. I've not used this character for anything meaningful for a long time, so I have to put a few UI options here, like compact on the names. I'm not at all. I think that a lot of settings have been reset. Personal locations. I've got some my personal ones, and then also the shared ones. Brave Empire here. I think they've got a lot of locations in Jita, because I saw a lot of locations before in Jita. And then we'll just make sure we set our home station. Then that's just going to be the main objective right here. Something that I'm also considering to do. Not 100% sure if we will do it, but we'll see how the market is like. Often it can be very profitable to move down stuff to nullsec. You can sell stuff for a pretty penny there. And there's a big reason for that, because it takes a long time to get to nullsec, and it's also a bit dangerous to get there. So if you can move stuff there safely, often people will buy it because it's more convenient to buy stuff down there. They'll buy it, and they'll be buying it for a more expensive price than you bought it for in Jita. So it's a very good way to earn money, but it depends a lot on the market and if there are people there willing to buy it. Because it could be that there's so much items there, there's just no profit to be had. But when I lived in nullsec in 2020, then I was able to sell Gilas. I earned about 30 to 40 million ISK per Gila sale, and the Gilas used to sell very quickly. Like I'm talking about, if I just put a sell order, it sells within a day. So it was good ISK. The only tricky thing was just bringing the stuff down there. What I did was I had Malediction like I have now, and I brought Makila blueprints because it was easier to transport the blueprints than the ship itself, if you think about it. And then I built the ship in nullsec because the recipes for the faction ships used to be a lot cheaper. Now they're a lot more expensive, so I don't think it's as simple. But maybe you could also hold the components. That is also maybe not going to take as much space as a fully assembled starship. Who knows? I've not checked, or I'm not sure about that because I've not messed with industry at all really in recent times. Okay, I want to have compact mode everywhere. Compact, compact, compact. Yep, compact. Can we have font size a bit smaller? Is it possible? We can see more like messages right here. I think 12 is a good size. Is it possible that we can also change the font size of the member list? No, not really. I'm going to be also using our D-scan a lot, definitely, when we're in nullsec, so we want to prepare that. You can see here like how little I've used this character for other stuff. I've used him for co-op Abyss before, so that's why he's got good Jackdaw and Hawk skills trained. And probably we would want to have a good D-scan filter too, so open overview settings, tab presets, deselect all, and then ship right here. I'm going to just select all these guys right here. Then we can have a decent D-scan just for PvP or like ships that could be there to get us, or just any ship in general, just so we can have an eye on ships. I like to always have one of these kinds of filters right here. To be honest, I could just copy the overview from my main character. I've got it on his description, so I might do that actually. I'll just create this. I'll just create the tab real quick. So we'll save this. Save as D-scan. Then we'll make this back to general. And then we'll put here, now I've got D-scan. You can see the Ibis right there. But AC Facey, my main character right here. Modify default overview, so just have the same overview as my main character. Okay, we're soon entering nullsec. I think that this is nullsec, directly nullsec. Oh, okay. The colors look a bit different to me. I remember nullsec being a bit more red, but now they look a bit more dark red. So it looks to me almost like a 0.1 system, but it's a minus 0.1 system, so that is nullsec. Okay, one jump out. Let's risk it for the biscuit. Hopefully no popping by smart bombers. We have got a decent amount of tank on the ship, 8k HP because of medium shield extender, damage control, and some rigs for shields. We could also use the clock, but we're just insta-warping, so it's alright. We just go straight in. No problem. ECP-8R. Hopefully we do not get annihilated on the other way. These guys are resistant to bubbles, as far as I remember. Pilot or show info. Can we show info on the ship? I just want to double check that these guys... Yeah, interdiction, nullify, duration. Oh. So we have to equip a nullifier. Oh, okay. So you're not able to just go straight through anymore. Okay, they've changed that, because I've never touched the interdiction nullifier modules, and I thought maybe it was just something that was on by default here. But there seems to be a lot of blue people here. That's good. I love it how we're really close to GT. It looks really cool. And look at that cloud ring. Isn't that the cloud ring? The really cool ring we can see in the skybox. I love that, at least. Okay, so we're seeing a lot of blue people here, so it seems to be pretty chill. Not a whole lot of enemies, so it was pretty smooth, a pretty smooth journey to the nullsec. Not really much going on right here. Let's see if this system... I wonder where the keep star is. Let's check with them. Is the main base in nullsec? Because I'm not really sure where is the main base. I'm guessing it is this system, because there seems to be a lot of activity in this system right here. Or we can just take a random place. Tatara is a pretty big refinery. There are any keep stars or anything. Let's see if we can see on the brave collective people. Do they have any keep star? Current capital is RQHMY. Okay, that is a long way away, but if we go and prefer shorter. Okay, so the current capital is here. If we look at the structures right here, is there a kind of there's Ansiblex, Fortizar, and this. Okay, we can maybe just chill here. To be honest, this is very close to high sec, so it could be a like quick stop right here. We could just chill in this Tatara right here and find a proper base here. There's actually owned by brave people. Capital is RQH. Alright, so we made it to nullsec in one piece, thankfully. There seems to be a ton of allies all over the place, so it's great that it's not like it's completely farmed to death, because I remember before when I used to try to make my way to nullsec, they're just campers all over the place, but this went really smoothly. I'm not sure if we'll base out here, but I just want to camp here in this Tatara, at least for the time being, because it is a very big structure, low likelihood of it getting popped. And we'll then, we can actually view the outside. In fact, it looks really cool when you view the outside. And then we can probably find a better Brave structure, or structures owned by a Brave. It seems like there are Brave possible, so it seems to be owned by Brave. You can see the logo there. In fact, it looks really cool. But that's enough for now. Chilling in nullsec in a Tatara. Probably going to be assembling a Hawk at some time. We'll get to that next time. Hope you guys enjoyed the start of a little life in nullsec. If you did enjoy the video, please leave a like and subscribe. I'll catch you guys later.